And welcome to another segment of Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And just want to jump on out there and say that this new year has, I mean, when it comes to Bama and all of the fans, when I tell you, I know a lot of them, let me get in here. I know a lot of Bama fans are probably going to be upset with me. There I am. Let me get in here. How y'all doing? Listen. This year keeps getting sweeter and sweeter and sweeter for me. You know why? Because Nick Saban is retiring. Mmm, what sweet victory. I call him the godfather of college football. And I wonder now what it is going to be like trying to rebuild that program now that Saban, or should I say, the godfather, has now left the building. Now, it is said that Saban is going to actually help with that transition process. Now, how is he going to help with that? Honey, I have the slightest idea because, listen, Shedeur Sanders already sent a tweet out saying, hey, Bama, get at me. You know, pretty much we ain't hard to find. And I think it is, my year can't get any more sweeter. I'm just feeling good about Colorado. Coach Prime better keep himself healthy. That's all I better say. That's all I'm going to say because we can't afford to lose Coach Prime in any capacity. And again, Nick Saban is retiring. "17 seasons, 6 titles. Man, they said this man had won so many games. And I think he lost like 29 games. So we are going to actually miss Nick Saban. I really am. On Monday, MLK Day, there is going to be a press conference, doing a rally, just dream like Martin, fight like Malcolm, justice for Aderrien Murry. And if you've been following this page, you do know that the body cam footage, the details from the body cam footage was released by Mississippi Bureau of Investigation on last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And we are so grateful because now we get the opportunity to see a snippet of what happened, right? Now, let me finish reading this. It says the NAACP is the local organizing committee of Mississippi is heading this thing up, okay? You got the NAACP of Sunflower County and Washington County are collaborating in an effort to take a stand for justice for Aderrien Murry in downtown Indianola. It says, don't spend your money with people who don't care. Turn justice around or let's shut it down, right? And for more details, you can contact Brother Kareem, and that's his number on the screen, 662-577-1258. And thank you, Sister Felicia. We just had a weather advisory to come in, and I do have this banner up. Let me get back in here. Because we do have some severe weather coming through. You know, today my husband and I, we went over to Arkansas, and on the way back, he was like, baby, look at this weather. I said, look like we might get a tornado or something, God forbid, because we went from being extremely cold to being, I think it was 67 degrees in the vehicle. So we were, just kind of paying attention to the weather. And so I just got that comment to come in saying that, hey, remind the people about the weather. Not sure what the weather is going to be because I'm no longer watching local news. So I'm going to have to lean on the Enterprise Toxins, Josh Carrero, who's a meteorologist, and I'll be sharing things from Josh. Not sure if he's put something out, but knowing him, he is faithful about putting something out about the weather. Shout out to Brian Davis over at the Enterprise Toxin. Um, Today, we do have some breaking news coming out of Grenada by way of Carlos Moore Law Group. And this comes at a time when a lot of people who were on my page on last Friday, when the MBI released the body cam footage that night, they were kind of concerned because in the video, and we're going to play it again one more time, in the video of the body cam footage, again, it's only a snippet. And like I said, we're not satisfied with that. Because when you're talking about journalism, you want to make certain that you are being fair and you're getting everything necessary in an effort to do a fair reporting. Now, we do know this show is a commentary, and I do just that. I give my opinion. But we're going to go straight to it. For those who didn't get a chance, all right, we're going to play this commercial right quick. And this commercial is actually phase 2 of Justice for Aderrien Murry, because we have phase 1 already where we're saying, hey, make certain that you shop Black on MLK Day. I don't care if you're shopping online, if you're shopping in Indianola, just shop. Make sure you're shopping with somebody of your choice who is Black. And we're also asking, if you're trying to leave a comment, you cannot leave a comment on my personal page. You're going to have to come over to the Mike Magazine backup channel at YouTube, which I like to watch YouTube when my show goes off to rewatch what was going on. Or you're going to have to leave it on the Mike Magazine Facebook page. I cannot see your comments if you're leaving comments on my actual personal page. Before I play that commercial, I want to send a shout out to everybody in law enforcement. And I want to say thank you guys so very much for submitting your pictures. Thank you so much for submitting how many years you've been in law enforcement. And I want to thank all of my friends, new friends in law enforcement, who were able to participate, like the sheriff of Hinds County. Shout out to my girl Felicia for that, and the chief of Jackson. Shout out to my brother Cardell. Shout out to Sheriff Gaston for connecting me with the sheriff of Holmes County, Sheriff Willie March. Man, I mean, they were just so awesome. And I'm just so grateful that they allowed the Mike Magazine to honor them. And I want to send a special shout out to 2K, because he be in those internet streets, right? And so, we had to recognize your boy too. So you're going to see 2K up in there as well. Officer Barksdale, number 663. Y'all know 2K. Let me play this right quick. And again, we want to say thank you guys so much. I was concerned about, man, we don't have enough women. And man, Jackson came through like never before. I'm like, hey, man, that's what's up. Because when they started hitting me up and the word started getting around, I was like, hey, thank you so much. But again, I'm just going to go on and play this and say, hey, thank you all for your service. Even the ones who didn't participate, those who I did extend that welcome to. Thank you guys so much. Hey, thank you for your service. Okay. And y'all saw him. Y'all saw him up there looking good. Mark Davis looking tough enough up in that thing. I said, boy, you looking tough enough. Shout out to my brother Cardell over in Holmes County who hooked me up with his friend, Jarrell. A lot of these officers I don't know. And again, I had people who knew people who were just glad to actually honor the people they knew. And so that was just awesome. And we got some comments in here. Did you guys see 2K? 2K in the building, baby. Shout out to 2K. 2K always, he's very supportive of the Mike magazine. And if there's stories out there that are kind of hard, he'll usually send those over to me so that I can dissect those stories, because he likes to keep it light over there at Love and Sip Hop and Talks with 2K. So sometimes those stories that you guys may see, and we do have one coming out of Selma, Alabama on tomorrow morning, where I'm going to be speaking with a mother named Miss Patricia. And Patricia is going to talk to us a little bit about what's going on with her son. And he was, in her opinion, lured by a couple of police officers from Selma Police Department. And she is alleging that they were soliciting sex from her son, and these are male officers. So we're going to get into that on tomorrow. We're going to throw some pictures out there. We're going to make sure that we allow her an opportunity to say what it is, say her piece, because according to her, after speaking with her today, shout out to 2K for sending that story over to the Mike magazine. She's had it up to here, and she's just needing help with her son, and it's a lot of unanswered questions over in Montgomery County, I believe that's where it is, and Selma. That he's in Montgomery County somewhere, and the young man is only 22 years old. So we gotta, thank them for their services. Also, we want to hold them accountable if they're not doing right. If I'm wrong, inbox me, say, hey, Angie, you wrong. We don't agree with that. Where's the other side? Say it. I am no stranger to constructive criticism. I just got chewed out yesterday off the record. I dare not share it all. But I'm open to listening to people if they don't agree with me. I don't get upset about it because, hey, everybody has an opinion just like I do. And I can get on my soapbox and talk. But again, I do offer the opportunity to tell me what it is that you want to say, whether you want to come on the show or you want to say it off the record. Y'all, I got chewed out yesterday. Do you hear me? Big time. But anyway, that's a story for a whole nother day. But I know y'all saw those law enforcement. Let me play it one more time. And I know y'all saw my sheriff up in there. Listen, my sheriff been in there longer than all of them. You hear me? 44 years this year. Started out as highway patrolman. I'm talking about none other than Sheriff James Haywood. And then after that, we have Sheriff Willie March, who was 40 years. And then we have Sheriff Gaston. And March has been elected 11 times. Then we had Gaston and my sheriff elected 6 times. Then we had Sheriff Tyree Jones from Hinds County. Man, when I tell you, we also had Chief Turner, my chief of police, participated, and we're grateful for that. Greenville finest, as they call it. Rosetta, she served so many years in law enforcement, and I'm just so grateful. She's retired now. We had Officer Simpson, had Sherrod Reed. Oh man, if you didn't see your picture, that's on you. That's on you. Oh, look at that. Latoya Cobbin says Sheriff Willie March is her first cousin. That's what's up. Hey, thank y'all so much. Okay, now we're going to get on into this commercial, and then we're going to get on into the show. Dream like Martin, fight like Malcolm, stand for justice, and sign the petition. The local organizing committee for Mississippi, NAACP of Sunflower County and Washington County are asking that you meet them downtown in Indianola on Monday, January the 15th at 3:30 p.m. Justice for Aderrien Murry is the topic of discussion. Don't spend your money with people who don't care. Turn justice around, or let's shut it down. For more details, contact Brother Kareem, 662-577-1258. Shop Black. Listen, there's not going to be any school on tomorrow for Greenville Public School District. If you know, if you're out there and you're in another county, please let us know. Drop it in the comment section over here on the Mike Magazine professional page. Let us know. Check Sunflower County School District. And when I looked over, I don't know, it may be the superintendent, Dr. Davis, Mr. Davis. She's like, nope, don't even ask. Y'all going to work tomorrow. We going to school unless something change. So Sunflower County, you guys are expected to be in school. Please make certain that you check the Facebook page for updates to see. I don't know about LaFleur County or Bolivar, but if you guys are out there and you know someone in those counties, please let me know what the school districts are saying before we get off so we can make those announcements. Again, Greenville Public School will not have school on tomorrow. Sunflower County School District, Dr. Davis, Mr. Davis already said, it's almost like I heard her talking. Nope, don't even ask. You're going. So Sunflower County, you guys have school. In Jackson Public Schools, if I'm not mistaken, according to my husband, when he last checked, Jackson Public School is closed as well. Now, this thing with Indianola, it's important to me because, first of all, I'm native of Indianola. And this story is a story that I broke. And so I've been following this thing, and every time something happens, I like to say the saga continues. So here's our little follow-up commercial to the saga continues.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take
Ride until I can't no more. Anyway, so it's been a lot of back and forth, and needing clarity, and we only have bits and pieces, even when we are given things that have been released by MBI or Carlos Moore Law Group. It's only snippets, and so until further notice, this is all we have. And I'm going to play the video for those who have not seen it, and please brace yourself. Viewers' discretion is advised. This is the body cam footage, and then we're going to proceed with the audio from dispatch.
City 24, I have that caller on the phone. She's whispering. The male subject won't let her go to the door. Can you knock at the door?
We are at the door. If she's giving us permission to kick it in, we'll kick it in.
the door to you.
It ain't that easy.
Who is he?
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
Hands?
Where's he at? Where's he at? You better come on out. Come out, ma'am. Does he have any weapons?
Step out.
Come on out.
Go that way. Step out. Go,
Come out, sir. Don't make us come in.
Look, go. You need to move. Get from behind me. Go on out there.
Where is he at?
I just was trying to tell her. She called me the fool.
Police. You got any weapons? You better put them down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Miss that. Miss that. We need him now.
Now, I want to say, if you like the content that we have over here, please feel free to Cash App us, $MICTV. See, we are trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, so please help us with that. The QR code is on the screen. There's going to be a press conference Monday, January the 15th at noon in Rankin County. And this is the local organizing committee who's sponsoring this event. And the thing about it, it's Martin Luther King Day. And injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere is a quote that Martin Luther King is known for. And the local organizing committee, and I'm a part of that, also as NAACP of Washington County. But we're asking that you please join us with the maximum sentencing for the maximum crime. And you're looking at these guys, and they are what you call the goon squad out of Rankin County. And to your left, you see Sheriff Bailey. Some call him Sheriff Lion Brian Bailey. And what they're asking is for him to be removed, because now that the goon squad has been brought to justice, he is now saying that he had no clue. I think he even refers to these guys who worked under him as criminals. He said he had no clue that they stuck a gun in the mouth of Michael Corey Jenkins and shot him. So he didn't know it. He didn't know that they had that type of behavior. But we do know that Rankin County has a lot of stuff coming up out of there. If you want to be a part of this, make sure that you call Brother Kareem at 662-577-1258. And they're saying that the Rankin County people are just continuing to be victimized because the family is continuing to have to go one sentence date after another. They were supposed to be sentenced on the 16th, and they're no longer going to be sentenced on that day. So we're just trying to make certain that you guys stay up on what it is that we're talking about as it relates to Rankin County and the Goon Squad. Mississippi Today, Jerry Mitchell does a great job of doing research and putting it out there with the informants and the people who come to him. And Jerry Mitchell is a giant in the game when it comes to journalism. And he has been featured in the Mike magazine. That's him right there on the cover. Has a book called A Race Against Time. Want to get you guys to go out there and get that book, matter of fact. Because with Jerry Mitchell's book, he talks about a lot of things going on and what happened when things happened back in the day, blah, 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 blah. You got to go get the book. And it's centered around the 3 civil rights workers who were buried back in the day. And Goodman, I can't think of all of their names. But anyway, it's in the book. And Jerry Mitchell wrote about it. And Jerry Mitchell is the man. Now, let me get back to this video. Now, with the video that we just watched, one thing that I noticed is that in that snippet, we never hear Capers say police while he's knocking on the door. We never hear him identify himself. which is, I thought, was supposed to be part of basic. It's like police 101. And we never hear him say police. He's just rapping on the door. I'll kick the door in if you want me to. And so we're going to hear who's on the other end of that phone. Give me just a second. We're going to go straight into audio 1.
Indianola PD. Saturday. Yeah, I'm listening. I need some cops. 629. You said 629, BB King? 1111 BB King? Nikela Murry? Okay, I got officers en route to you. Help me, help. I got officers en route. Someone already called for you. They're en route right now. Okay.
Now, one thing I noticed about this call, right? So that's Aderrien whispering. Now, one thing I noticed, and it just gets on my everlasting nerve when you are watching something like Law and Order, or say you're listening to 48 Hours or something. You listening to the dispatch talking to people and things like that. They ask some of the dumbest questions, and I'm missing all of the dumb questions here. Now I call them dumb on here. There's no such thing as a dumb question, but they ask so many questions, and they make certain that they keep the person on the phone, but she never kept Aderrien on the phone. And I know a lot of people in my last video from last Friday, because I didn't go live since then. I know I noticed in the comment section they're saying, oh, why she ain't never say her baby was in the house and things like that. And so I'm like, hey, that call, one of the calls were made maybe twice. I have 4 different snippets. And I think 2 of which Aderrien is the one talking. You don't ever hear dispatch say, are you in a place safe? Where are you in the house? She just gets off the phone. I'm going to play it one more time. I mean, no compassion whatsoever. And I wonder if this is because they say they've been to that house so many times. It's like, then she's calling out another address, right? Like 629 or whatever she's saying. Like, is that the one? Is that the one? Like, if it ain't that one, it's Nikela's, right? And so it's like no thorough questioning. And I've been waiting for this audio. I'm gonna play this one more time. Let's take a listen.
Indianola PD. Saturday. Yeah, I'm listening. I need some cops. 629. You said 629, BB King? 1111 BB King? Nikela Murry? Okay, I got officers en route to you. Help me, help. I got officers en route. Someone already called for you. They're en route right now. Okay.
He's even saying, help me, help me. When you have somebody who's working dispatch and you hear a whisper saying, help me, help me. All right, I got somebody coming to you. They called it. Here's somebody coming. And you just get off the phone. I wonder if they ever wrote that person up. Something is wrong with that. I don't care if you've been to my house 55 times. That baby said, help me. But what he didn't know was that he was going to be shot a few minutes later. Let's take a listen to the next clip.
Indianola PD.
Yes, send a cop to 1111 BB King Road.
1111 BB King?
Yes.
What's going on at that location?
The boyfriend jumping on the mama.
Okay, are you at that location?
No, that's my grandson. You can call me. He's just sneaking call me.
Okay, who can the officer make contact at that location?
Michaela Murry.
Michaela.
You see this as bonus, right?
Can you not tell him that he called me?
10-4. Okay, all right. I got officers in to their location.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Give me a second. I just had some information to come in. Thank you so much. I'm about to place this up here. In the meantime, give me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Hat down cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take.
All right. And so I'm going to throw this up here. And this is the agenda from tonight. Okay. I don't have my glasses on. If you're trying to leave a comment, please leave your comment on the Mike Magazine page or the Facebook or YouTube. Okay, number 16, it says approval to go into closed session. I don't see that. Okay, approval for dispatcher Kedrick Wash and Tanea Nelson to attend the domestic violence CDE course on June the 15th at the CAP Center in Indianola, Mississippi, to include registration only. All right, this is Chief Ronald Sampson, and this just came in fresh off the press to the Mike Magazine. Thank you so much. So that answers my question. Thank you so much. That just listening to that baby, it brought tears to my eyes because he's like, help. He's whispering, asking, help me, help. And the dispatcher gets him off the phone. See, these are the things that's the stuff we didn't know back in May. And then people say, why are you fighting for justice? Why are you fighting for justice? Go home. And you got some people saying, oh, they just want some money. Listen, let me tell you something. Had they done the right thing, and Michaela wouldn't shift. I got it documented at the sit-in that her attorney scheduled for the city hall. She said, this ain't about money. Because she's not going to even be able to touch that money. Let's be clear here. Michaela works. And there's no judge that's going to allow her to touch Aderrien's money. Now, will there be some money in there for her? Maybe something for pain and suffering or something like that. I don't know even know how significant that's going to be. This thing is about justice. We have been asking, crying. I've been begging for that dispatch video audio. Only thing we got, and when you're going to hear tonight, was NBC. It says, yeah, in reference to a domestic, but that's not even on this audio that I have. I don't even hear that portion. Okay. And so I stand corrected. They said this thing for the dispatch. Now keep in mind, we've been begging for the audio. So it was approved. They were asking for approval to send those their dispatchers. Now I don't know who's talking, but Chief Sampson, right away, I imagine, said, "Hey, we got some problems here." And I didn't go to no board meeting then, but this is fresh off the press to me. And it says, "Hey, we need to get some training in here for domestic violence for our dispatchers." Why is that? Let me come back. Why is that, Chief Sampson? That's something you could have said in the media. That's something you could have, had you come out long ago and said, "Hey, this is something that we are working on. We need to make certain that our people," here it is. We're in a whole nother year. Shame on you. You've not even spoken with the media. That's all you had to say. The stuff that I just showed there. Oh, we're sending our people to blah, 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 blah. But you're so arrogant. And I imagine you think that women are not too smart. Doesn't matter. All you had to do was say something. You wouldn't even do that. Shame on you. Because it shouldn't take us getting this audio to hear this baby begging for help, not knowing that he's going to be shot a little bit later. Let's finish listening. Let's finish listening. Shame on you. You should have been said something to the media. We shouldn't have to read this in black and white. You should have been forthcoming with it. It's not right. All right, here's part 3.
They're outside. Can you? He wanted to open the door? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Stay on the phone. Okay. Are you giving them permission to kick the door in? Is there any weapons involved? Is there any weapons involved? Do he have any weapons?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. They asking, do they have your permission to kick the door in?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, again, dispatch asked over and over. Yes. Yes, that's what you heard. Dispatch asked that child over and over again because he drops the phone and he's doing what he's told to do. Hey, come out. Dispatch, you don't ever hear her relaying the message saying that there's no weapon. Now, I don't know that we will hear her saying no weapon. We would have to get the rest of that body cam footage to see if she even relayed the message. I kept saying there was a breakdown in communication somewhere. It was. How do you not say the child said no? No, I don't think so. Let me go on to the next audio clip. And how is it that when you're answering the phone, then you tell that baby, hold on. You don't just say, hold on, you put some elevator music on. See, this is the part that we don't write out in the articles and stuff. They are right there. Elevator music right here. Hold on right there. Some more elevator music right here. It is horrible. This is horrible. Another thing, Indianola police does not even have internal affairs. So who's policing the police in Indianola? This is so sad. This is sad. That should have been a press release. I shouldn't have to read that, something that came out in June. That should have been in a press release. But because you don't feel like you have to let the media know, hey, we're sending our people to training for domestic violence. Let them find out when they find out, right? That's not fair. That's not fair to the general public. You knew your dispatchers needed training. You knew it. Nobody ever told you that they were putting people on hold on 911. Nobody ever complained prior to that. Because this is something done out of habit. This is a habit. Something they used to. And usually, when people are trained on a job, they're trained like the person who are training them. So if they say, hey, sometimes I just put them on hold and I go to the bathroom, that's what the other person is going to do usually. Domestic violence training should have been had long before Aderrien was shot. So there's nobody there keeping score, doing assessments. Jesus Christ. It shouldn't have to take, and he's on hold. Then you can hear him drop the phone. Then he goes out. I can't hardly hear everything because I don't have an earpiece on, right? I listened to it prior to coming in. He drops the phone and he goes out. And that's where we see him on the body cam footage where he's got his hands up. These people drop the ball so many different ways. You don't hear Caper saying police. You don't even hear him say police. Again, we only have a snippet of the video footage. It's not like Tyree Nichols in Memphis when they gave you, I think, like an hour or two video to filter through, to watch, for the media to say, hey, this is the part we want to focus on. This is what we want to watch. This is what we want to see. No, it reeks of a cover-up. It reeks of a cover-up. That's what it reeks of. And then you say, Well, what is having a press conference going to do? What is getting justice? What do you mean when you say you're going to get justice? It's little things like this that you don't think mean a lot. But when I'm calling 911, I'm not calling to get elevator music, people. That's a disservice to the citizens and the taxpayers. And I understand the Rotary Club bought body cams, right? And then I read the article and I could hear the former chief talk about the all of the goodness that the devices were going to behold, right? But then the officer who shows up with Officer Sergeant Greg Capers, she writes out a statement that says her body cam, the battery, something, it was dysfunctioning. Why wasn't that reported way before this happened? Why is it that you guys are not telling people if you need more battery life or something a little bit stronger? What is the problem? What's wrong? And then the way that officer talked to Nikayla, I'm willing to bet you her body cam footage was working. Her body camera was working. Because the way she handled that mother was ridiculous. I never heard an officer talk to a domestic violence person like that ever in my life. Ghana, get out from behind me. Don't get behind me. You need to go over there. Now, I used to teach criminal justice, right? And if you study the history of women in law enforcement, the women in law enforcement were the ones who would talk to the women, pat those women down, make certain that nothing inappropriate would happen to a woman because, you know, it's mostly male. Okay. And so you have women to come on the scene and to, you know, kind of soften that blow because men are rough and tough naturally. But then when you're talking about somebody who's trained, right? I don't know any academy, Jackson Academy, Pearl Academy, MDCC, who says, tell a domestic violence victim, put a gun in their face, almost to their mouth, like you about to shove it down her throat, tell her to come out. I don't know an academy that will teach an officer, the best cop now, the best officer they got. And I still don't know where he got his certification at. That's still up in the air. I mean, we it's a lot of stuff we just don't know about Capers, okay? I don't know an academy that will say shove a gun in the face of a victim soon as you kick their door open and demand that they move over to the side. And you know, I blame Capers because Capers was the one who had control of the scene. And for the officer, the woman officer, to tell her, you can hear Nikayla trying to explain some things to her. I'm gonna play it again because I don't want you guys to think I'm just making this up, because you got the best cop on the block. The best cop that money can buy in Indianola, shoving a gun in the face of a domestic violence victim. Did they send him to training for that? Where's the approval in the minutes for that? Oh, my bad. He the best cop, so he don't need no training. But let's look at this body cam footage again, since he's the best cop.
City 24, I have that caller on the phone. She's whispering. The male subject won't let her go to the door. Keep knocking the door.
We are at the door. If she's giving us permission to kick it in, we'll kick it in.
Bank is involved. She's giving you permission to keep the door in.
Ain't that easy.
Who is he?
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Where's he at? Where's he at? You better come on out. Come out, ma'am. Does he have any weapons?
Step out.
Come on out.
Go that way. Step out. Go,
Come out, sir. Don't make us come in.
Look, go. You need to move. Get from behind me. Go on out there.
Where's he at?
I just was trying to tell her. She called me the fool.
Police. You got any weapons? You better put them down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Miss that. Miss that. P, miss that. Miss that. We need her now.
He never said who he was, Leslie. He never said who he was. Never. Not on the clip that was released to the media. He never said police. He didn't say, I'm Sergeant Capers. Listen. He never said police. He never identified himself ever in this video clip that we have. He just rapping on the door. Nothing. We cannot make it up. You can't make this up. But see, Indianola say this is the best cop they got. The best cop they got. You know, dispatch. Listen. This reeks of incompetence. These people are incompetent. Ain't gonna bring nobody back. I thank God that the baby is still here in 2024. He just got back from Disneyland. His trip was sponsored by attorney Carlos Moore Law Group, and some friends of his out in California who felt that he and the other young man who was arrested for relieving himself in public. These are 10 and 11-year-old young men. And then people say, well, why we need to come out there? Why we need to stand and hold? You need to hold a sign. Why you can't hold a sign? I don't wanna upset the white people. The white people expect you to hold the sign. And when you don't, they look at you like something wrong with you. They do. But see, it's not real to you until you want us to hold a sign for your little black baby. It's not real. Man, it's nothing wrong with standing for justice. And when I say I've been following this story, Had no clue. All I know is that I said, once we get that audio footage, it's going to tell a lot. And it did. It shows the incompetence. Indianola Police Department needs to be revamped from the top all the way down. And if you got dispatchers who putting people on hold while the 911, listen, a 911 call, and you go to elevator music. Come on, Indianola. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking serious? Elevator music. Y'all, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. No, they better wake up. They better wake up. They better wake up. Because see, the thing about it, if we allow this to slide by, say for instance, a 33-year-old, Aderrien is 11. What about a 22-year-old? That's still somebody's baby. 33-year-old, a 44. Come on. I mean, what are we doing here? Well, I don't want to get involved because I don't want to hurt nobody. What? But did you not know that this audio said that when this baby called 911, she even referred to him as a her. That's just how much she cared about who was on the other end of the phone. That's just how much she cared. That's just how much she cared. Leaving us to believe that when we were listening to the body cam footage on last week, that was the mother. You ain't even asked the right questions. You ain't really asked nothing but the address and if it's okay to kick the door in. Them the only two basic questions. And I know just by listening to my sister-in-law was a dispatcher. You're supposed to be very thorough. Very thorough. And then you got somebody whispering and you know it's a domestic violence call. Okay, they coming. I said they coming. I know you keep calling, but they coming. They calling for. Hello? Okay, how long? What? And you mean to tell me nobody complained about dispatch at Indianola police? Listen, that's a life or death situation. Do you know the seriousness of a dispatcher? And then to get the best cop to come on the scene, the best one they say they got, and shoot an 11-year-old child. Come on! Ah! I'm gonna put the gun in your close to your mouth. Come on! Don't come over here by me. Gonna. You know what that sounds like? Y'all, I can't make it up. But see, it won't matter until it happens to somebody in your family. It won't matter. Oh, it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. Okay. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. But did you even discipline him about the way he dealt with that mother? I don't think so. I bet you they didn't ask for him to go to any extra because he didn't get suspended without pay until later on. I bet you, by golly why. Bet you by golly why. They didn't send him, the best cop, because he the best, right? He the best guy. I bet you they didn't send capers. They didn't ask for approval to send capers to get any training on how not to put a gun up in a domestic violence victim's face. They didn't. I bet you they had time. They had time to ask the board to approve. But I bet you they didn't. I bet you nowhere. If it's out there, drop it to me. I bet you it's not. And Caper stayed hired after he shot that child. He stayed on the payroll. He stayed on payroll. And I bet you that dispatcher is still on the payroll. I bet they still on the payroll. They probably didn't even write him up. We're gonna get him some training. I bet you they didn't write him up. That's my question. Did they discipline them? Did you write them up? Well, no, I'm not gonna write them up. And the word coming to me that everybody's sleeping with everybody. That's why they can't do their job over there. You got one, they say, sleep with somebody for a box of pizza from Little Caesar. Just that easy. I imagine when you call 911 and you're trying to get somebody, and then this kind of something. You can't get nobody. It's probably because they're in the bathroom getting their rocks off. Hold on. I don't know. These are allegations. These some strong allegations. It's what I'm told. Everybody's sleeping out of both pants legs up there. I don't know how true it is. I don't know. They can't do their job because, oh, that's mine right there. I'm gonna sleep with that one. I'm gonna get this one pregnant. She gonna have my baby. It's some y'all. It's some up there got babies by subordinates. I bet you they ain't sending them to no class. No, because guess what? It's all right. It's all right. It's all right until what happened in Louisiana. A captain, stops by the house and a husband who's the chief of police now in Opelousas, Louisiana. I can't make this up. You ain't supposed to be sleeping with your subordinates. You ain't supposed to be sleeping with your coworkers. Shame on you if you put on their uniform just to go have sex. One year, the mayor, before this, caught 2 of them having sex under the same aldermen who are there right now. The same alderman, even the one who didn't even vote for the man to come back, he was there. Now, I don't know how the vote went, but they never disciplined those officers who were having sex in the police cruiser, from what I'm told. Reliable source. Broad daylight. Hey, what y'all doing? This taxpayers' money. What you doing? Welcome to Indianola. Well, we ain't got time to solve no crime, but we'll pin something on you every time. So they say. Well, they say, Indianola strikes again. Honey, say they having babies by these folks. Breaking up folks' marriages. That's why they can't get no work done. We need to revamp the whole place. Yeah, they put them back on the force. They put them back. That's why it's so imperative that we get the facts. That's why, oh yeah. You can always go back before grand jury. Like this stuff that's coming out now, in my opinion, I could be wrong. They still might not say he's done anything criminal. Listen, they didn't even write, I bet you they didn't even write the dispatchers up. Because I'm telling you, they say these folks sleeping with each other. From the top to the bottom, from the rooter to the tootie. They're not writing these people up. They glad they don't have an internal affairs over in Indianola. What you need internal affairs for? And then don't try to send a case to the county. Got one girl said, oh, they trying to keep my case. And it's a conflict of interest. Say investigators will keep the case, hold it long as they want to. I don't know how true it is. But who's going to police the police? This dispatch call alone, we need Department of Justice. We need the Department of Justice to come in. Look how they shot this child. He's following the directive of Greg Capers, who's the best cop on the block, mind you. The best one they got. And if I ain't know no better, they say that's the best dispatcher they got. Shoot, she probably got an award too. I'm telling you. You had over in Opelousas, Louisiana. Thank you, Jermaine Anderson, out of Shreveport. Honey, the chief of police was allegedly at his girlfriend's house who works under him. She really worked under him. You know what I mean? Under him. She worked under. Honey said the wife rolled by and saw her husband's vehicle. You know your husband's vehicle. You know your boyfriend's vehicle. on the door. He allegedly goes out to talk to his wife. He's no longer around this woman. He's out there talking to the wife. The girlfriend, who's the officer under him. Right, under him. And she probably screwing some more people in the PD too. So y'all, when they sleeping with one of them, they sleeping with 2 and 3. But anyway, you heard it from me first. Honey, she goes out, and I wonder if she used her service weapon. The chief holds his hand up because he sees her going for the gun to stop her from shooting. Honey, the same bullet she used in him went through his hand, hit his wife in the arm. Let me tell you what happened. They set her bond so low as to say his life was not even valuable to me. She probably paid $2,000 to get out. I think they said it was $22,000 or something like that. $20,000. I said, dog, the judge must be sick of this brother. Because I'm going to tell you something. They hear about you. They know if you're drunk as a skunk, riding around in your uniform, doing all kinds of things that are unbecoming of an officer. The only difference, you got some judges who go along and some who won't. And in this case, that judge, the girl got out of jail from what I gather. That chief was sleeping out of both pants legs. And I'm telling you, if he's sleeping with one of them, he's sleeping with 2 or 3 of them. Oh, this happened in Indianola. We're talking about Indianola, Mississippi. Oh, why they keep saving them? They said Aderrien, 11-year-old Aderrien Murry, was trying to stand in the way of him keeping his job. They're trying to paint him as a victim. The same officer who didn't even knock and say, hey, police, beating on, I'll kick it in if they let me. Kick it in. What? And the officer who with him, mind you, she said her camera don't work. Look, get from around me. Ain't no telling what else she said. Ain't no telling what else she said. No, the mother name is Nicola Murry. These people are sleeping with each other to the point where they don't have time to handle crime. You see, they put them on hold. They put them on hold. You know the seriousness of this call? I bet you they didn't send papers nowhere. Now drop me the paperwork for that. I dare you. Yes, Indianola. I bet you they didn't write capers up. I bet you they didn't write the dispatchers up. I'm telling you, they say these people are sleeping with each other from the top down. These are some strong allegations. But baby, I bet if you check some text messages, I bet if MBI give us text messages, we'll know. We'll know. You can't do your job, because look like soon as you put in your uniform, you turn into super thought. You got to get pregnant by him. You got to break up a marriage. Oh, baby, this thing is horrible. It's horrible. This is horrible. I bet if you follow them, you'll follow them going to have sex in the broad daylight in the vehicles. Why you need new vehicles if let me hush. God forbid. It's just my opinion.
Indianola PD.
What street they on?
They're at 1111 BB King.
Okay, I get off over there.
Okay, all right. I got you.
This is a sad situation. This baby told her, help me. Let me go back to it for those who didn't hear.
Indianola PD. Yeah, I'm listening. I need some cops. 629. You said 629 BB King? 1111 BB King? Nicola Murry? Okay, I got officers en route to you. Help me, help. I got officers en route. Someone already called for you. They're en route right now. Okay.
Most of them say, stay on with me. Just don't say anything. Be quiet. Stay on with me. Got time for that? What you staying on with me for? Got things to do, baby. He asked for help. Is somebody coming out? They come down. Okay. On my phone. I'm texting. I'm texting. They had their cell phones in there and everything. Who gonna police the police and the dispatchers too? No, but I sure get one pregnant. I sure take somebody's husband. I sure. Okay. You don't hear me. Carmetta walking by Faith Jones said, my cousin begging for help. That I can't make this up. I didn't put that together. Begging for his life. That was his life he was begging for. Begging. Y'all hang up then shoot. Now, hold on. You ain't heard nothing. Listen to the elevator music. Hold on. Listen to the elevator music.
Hello. They're outside. Can you? Oh. He wanted to open the door? Yes. Okay, hold on. Stay on the
phone. Okay. Y'all, I can't make this up, but then you say, man, why y'all still talking about that Aderrien Murry case? Why y'all still talk? This is why. This right here. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. What? I imagine if somebody's house on fire, you done called the wrong number. I don't know what they do. You got the wrong number. This can't happen anymore. This can't ever happen again. And on Martin Luther King Day, we're asking that you guys come and stand out. You can't hold no sign, that's fine. You can't hold no sign, that's fine. But if you can't get 2 or 3 church members, y'all go to church faithfully. You can't get no church member to stand with you at 3:30. Something wrong with that picture. How long? And then they when they walk around with their butt on their back and act like they all that, honey. It's heartbreaking. I'm not gonna stay here long tonight. But to put a child on hold who's begging for his life, I knew there was a breakdown in communication, and it was with Aderrien. They didn't even try to understand that child. Was calling him a her, everything. You can hear on the body cam footage where The dispatch said, yeah, she said you can kick it in. She? Who is she? Aderrien? Never did I hear her ask, well, what's your name? How far are you? How long has this been going on? And they ask all them dumb questions to me. They be dumb questions. She didn't ask none of them. How long? I don't know who it is. But shame on you. You need to quit today. Because they probably didn't fire that person. Because from what I'm told, somebody is sleeping with somebody in dispatch anyway. Strong allegations. Well, Angie, why you care about who sleep? I don't. But when you go to work, you're supposed to do your job. You're supposed to be doing your job. I don't know if they have to print out job descriptions and give to each and every one of them and sit them down and have a talk with them, because I don't know who's going to do the talking, because if you're sitting there and you're sleeping with them, they're not going to do what you say. And you can tell when people sleeping together because they pop their neck when it's something they don't want to do. They get a little toot, if you will. You can tell who messing with who. Why are you messing around with somebody on your job? It ain't enough men in the world. You gotta be with that person. Yuck. That ain't enough. Then you gotta go run have some babies. Yuck. You sleeping with men for pizza and getting talked about like a dog. Oh God. Jesus. Welcome to Indianola. You know it. You better know it. He said, ain't one of the aldermen or deacon in the church that voted for Capers to be rehired? You better know it. She said, how you not know that's a child? Aderrien said he won't let her open the door. I can't even make out what he said. And you know what? It's not our fault because she didn't ask enough questions. It's not our fault. Do your job. So what you going to get some continuing ed? All of them should have been going. I saw 2 names. All of them should have been going. That baby begged her. It's like he was holding on for dear life. Sometimes, let me tell you something. Sometimes just being on the phone with somebody will ease your anxieties. That's not what we got on the call. Definitely ain't what happened when Capers got to the house. He the best cop they got. So all these churches around here need to stand behind Aderrien. They let politics come in and campaign, which is wrong. Listen, the thing is, and I agree with you, we can't get none of you and your members to come out. That's a day ain't nobody even got to work, y'all. If you ask me, and nobody did, they probably won't. I believe all the stores downtown should close to stand in solidarity with Aderrien Murry, yes, but also to pay respects to Dr. Martin Luther King. But because majority of downtown is white, where's the respect when it comes to our culture? They'll listen to our music. They'll steal our dance moves. They'll even try to go and get hairstyles like us. They're now going to get BBLs so they can get bigger behinds and things of that magnitude. But Martin Luther King Day, they won't close. I got one told me no. I can't close. No. It's fine. But when I say shop black, let's not act like you weren't asked. if you would just honor Martin Luther King Day. You won't even stand in solidarity with what happened in our past. But then you brag that you helping Black people. If you helping Black people, give them a day off. Let them rest. Give them a day of rest. No. Because I'm told it's all about that dollar. It's all about that dollar. And I guess you got to get it. You got to get that dollar. And again, majority of downtown is white. You would think that after this body cam footage touched down, and then this 911 call, that they would at least close up, stand in solidarity. Let it be somebody white. Indianola strong then. Indianola strong. No complaining. Nobody gonna complain about people standing in the parking lot or on the sidewalk. No. Need no permit, no nothing. Let it happen to a white person. Indianola strong. And then we go out there and support that too. But when it's time to ask that you, hey, at least let this be a day of rest for your people. No. For what? It's sad. It's sad. And we got Black people with titles who meet in dark places and entertain that foolishness. You just as bad as the white people. And the white people are just as racist as they were back when Martin Luther King got shot. They ain't caring about Martin Luther King having a dream and getting shot. That's just rhetoric for the white man to use against you when it's time for you to stand up for justice for somebody who's important in your life. And it's not right. It's not right. What I say once, I can say it twice. I'd rather not, but I can. I can. It's not right. And then, people who know Blacks and they're white, they use it as a trump card. Oh, I got Black friends. Are you serious? I got white friends, but they don't act like this. They don't. They don't act nothing like this. And it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I thank God that these people, white or Black, don't have a heaven or hell to put us in. And you got to remember, you got to give account for everything you do in this body. Every idle word that you speak. When it's something that's important to you, that you're passionate about, you'll bust somebody's nose. But because it's not your problem, it's business as usual. We move on like nothing ever happened. There's a quote out there that Martin Luther King friends said he shouted out in California when they were boycotting businesses. And everybody know about Wonder Bread. Wonder Bread was like the best bread around at that time. He said, the friend said, Martin said, make Wonder Bread, wonder where the money went. See, as Black people, we are the number one consumers. We have to own it. We have to understand. We have to understand who we are. Yeah. If it's somebody you love downtown who's white, go shop with him the day before. Shop with him the day before. I'm not saying don't shop with white people. I'm saying shop Black. people don't care nothing about you. I pay you to do a service that I need, and that's enough. I'm gonna pay you what I think you're worth. Okay, cool. But do you really care about me? When I go home at night and I'm hearing gunshots, you're not even there. But I better be at work because you're going to pay me for services. You're going to pay me for working. You're going to hire me. You're going to pay me. And I'm going to go home. My black self. But do you really care? I used to tell my students when I was teaching at Mississippi Valley State University, we would watch these crime shows. And usually there's a guy who's done something to a girl so atrocious. And she's in awe of the fact that he's spending money on her. And the fact that he's buying her things, lavish gifts. He's wealthy. Let me tell you something about wealthy men. Just because they're buying you something does not equate to love. They're buying it because they can afford to buy it. That's all. Not because they love you. Same thing for your employer. They're paying you because they got the money. Not because they love you. They got a vested interest in their business. Now, if at any moment you say, hey, I'm thinking about starting my own business, and I wonder if, how you feel about it, they don't like that. See, when COVID hit, that's when we realized, man, we can make money doing pretty much anything. Hair, makeup, cooking, catering, anything. Cutting grass, bagging groceries, delivering groceries, whatever. It's so many different ways to make money. To the point where in the Black community, as long as our bills are paid, we have a decent car to ride in, clothes on our backs, and our children are fed, we're okay. Because we're used to not having a lot of money. We're used to it. We can get, if we ever had a blackout or we were, Black people will make it. We'll make it. Especially those who paid attention to grandmama now. We'll make it. Now, you got some who feel like they can't make it. That's why you need to prepare yourself now. What if that business shuts down tomorrow? You're still going to have to figure out how to make it. These are questions you need to ask yourself when it's time to stand in solidarity with people who have been treated wrong. We got preachers who sit back and push a keyboard, but you won't see them standing up and saying that's wrong, unless it's their little nephew or cousin or baby. That's wrong. Now I can't get involved in that. I'm gonna pray from over here. You got preachers won't even check on people who are incarcerated. They won't even check. Oh, no. I'm not going out there. Won't even write a letter. When's the last time? Ask your pastor when the last time he wrote a letter to somebody incarcerated. They say out of sight, out of mind. And so because Aderrien does not live in your home, or you don't read the local paper, or you're not watching TV, because I don't watch local news anymore. Shout out to 2024. It's not real to you. But as soon as it happens, you want somebody to stand up with you. And we'll stand up. We're going to stand up with you too. We're going to stand with you. And the thing about me, I don't care what color you are. I'm going to stand with you. I am. But we're talking about a little Black boy right now tonight. See, if this was a little white boy, we wouldn't be having this discussion. We wouldn't. Capers wouldn't even be here if he shot a a white boy, 11 years old, because that's somebody's baby. And he's precious in Indianola strong. And when we say let's be Indianola strong for Aderrien, where are the white people? Where they at? You can't close your business down on the 15th. Oh no. And that's a federal holiday, just like Juneteenth. You can't shut down. But you brag about black people. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to. Because the God I serve, he sits high and he looks low. And he knows the hearts of man. He knows. See, because if it was when the white lady was murdered downtown, Indianola strong, I guess because Aderrien didn't die, it was just an accident. Just an accident. That's all. Again, school is closed tomorrow for Greenville Public School District. Jackson Public Schools are closed. I don't know the update on Sunflower County School. But the last I checked, Dr. Miska Davis was like, yep, y'all better show up. Because that's what we doing. That's what we doing. Right? So, yeah. Want to say shout out to all of law enforcement. Thank you guys for participating with the Mike Magazine and allowing the Mike Magazine to shine a light on you guys and your service that you've provided throughout the years, whether it's your rookie year or you got 44 years like my sheriff, or 38 years like my other sheriff. So we are proud of you all. And the thing is, we back the blue. However, when we have 911 calls, putting babies on hold, and officers sticking guns up in the faces of domestic violence victims, listen, I don't hate capers. I don't hate Chief Ronald Sampson. I don't hate the dispatcher that put the baby on hold. All I'm saying is this. I wish that some people in law enforcement who are listening to this tonight will call and say, brother, look, this ain't the way. This ain't the way. She got a point. I didn't make this stuff up. And to want to stand for justice so that we could get this stuff released, so that we can give it to you guys, the general public, so you'll know what's happening. I'm just hoping that you guys appreciate that I'm following up and playing this stuff for you so you'll know. Because if it happened to Aderrien, it's happening to other people. They're putting people on hold somewhere else, some other shift. I don't know. You know, and maybe the shift was getting ready to change and they were ready to go home. I don't know. But I know you don't stick a gun. You don't not beat on somebody's door, not announce who you are, not identify yourself as police, and then put a gun almost to the throat of the victim. And then the other officer who's a woman. Listen, this goes back to training. And I don't know of an academy that trains officers to act in that way. And then to stand behind this officer. I will never understand.
TV24, I have the caller on the phone. She's whispering. The male subject won't let her go to the door. Can you knock at the door?
We are at the door. If she's giving us permission to kick it in, we'll kick it in.
ground. She's giving you permission to keep the door in.
Ain't that easy.
Who is he?
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Where's he at? Where's he at? You better come on out. Come out, ma'am. Does he have any weapons?
Step out.
Come on out.
Go that way. Step out. Go.
Come out, sir. Don't make us come in.
Look, go. You need to move. Get from behind me. Go on out there.
Where is he at?
I just was trying to tell her. She told me to move.
Police. You got any weapons? You better put them down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Miss that. Miss that. P, miss that. Miss that. We need him now.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You tell him to come out, then you shoot him, and then the next couple of words you said was, oh my God. Oh my God. If you pay attention to Nikayla, she's doing like this because he's so close to her face with that gun. She's trying to, get back. But this is the best cop that Indianola got. The best one. By golly, who trained him? He the best. He's the best. The best of the best. And you could hear that lady officer, the way she talks to that girl. Gone on. Gone on over there. Gone. Coupled with Aderrien begging, help me.
Indianola PD. Yeah, I'm listening.
I need some cops. Sit on that BB King room.
629. You said 629 BB King? 1111 BB King? Nikayla Murry?
Yes.
Okay, I got officers en route to you.
Help me, help.
I got officers en route. Someone already called for you. They're en route right now. Okay.
Listen, dispatcher, you know how Coach Prime said, I got time today. Dispatcher's supposed to have time. He's begging, trying to hold her there, and she won't let him. Y'all know how we be on the phone and we doing something else, and and we got to do something else. Granted, she probably had some more calls coming through, but I'm quite certain that somebody else was helping her. Should have been, or him. Should have been. He said, help me. To no avail, because when the officer kicked the door in, he shot that baby in his chest. Shot him. And you heard him. After he shot him, he goes, oh my God, oh my God. Now, I can only imagine what he goes through on a day-to-day basis. But can you imagine what Aderrien Murry is going through? He had a bullet to lacerate his liver. His lung collapsed. This child threw up blood from his nose and his mouth when they said they wanted to bring him back. When they brought Capers back, he threw up blood. Baby had a panic attack. Nobody don't care about that. That picture of Capers was from that night. Somebody sent me that picture. That picture of Aderrien crying, he had to be seen by paramedics that night. He's back. He's reinstated. They got Greg Capers. They got who they wanted. They got him. This is who they want. And then you wonder why we stand for justice, because we need to hear that audio. We need to hear it. Then people say something about he didn't know his children. We're not even here to talk about that. Because if you look at this still shot right here, you see those signs down there. My baby is one of the smartest girls in the world. And if you go to school in Sunflower County and your baby is an honor roll student or something of that magnitude, they get those signs. And she has about 3 of those signs in her yard. Everybody in the world knows it because they've taken pictures of her home. They know it. They got who they wanted. And this is the entire picture. It's a picture of Capers, the best cop. This is the night he was reinstated. That's him. That's Capers. I don't see any remorse in his face. That's just my opinion, though. You got your arms crossed. That's a sign of pleasure. I'm pleased. You know how when people cross their arms, it's a sign of satisfaction. He's got a smirk on his face. Yeah, he's complete. Dream like Martin, fight like Malcolm. Justice for Aderrien Murry. And as you can see here on this show, we have shown you the body cam footage. We have allowed you to listen to the audio. We're going into phase 2. This is the NAACP of Sunflower County, Washington County, in conjunction with the LOC of Mississippi, who are asking you guys to come out at 3:30 on Monday. Just come out. You go everywhere else. You got a coat. You got shoes. You got boots. You go everywhere else. You can't stand for Aderrien Murry. You don't have any church members who will stand with this baby, but you'll go to church Sunday. You'll go to Bible study. Yeah. You'll go to Bible study. I agree, Tina Rose. She said that's awful. She needed to stay on the line with that little boy. It's heartbreaking. It is. It is, Tina Rose. It's heartbreaking, baby. And it's MLK Day on Monday. It's supposed to be cold that day. Wrap yourself up. Wrap up. Wrap up. I don't care if you show up and all of the children are out of school. There's no reason not to bring up your little baby boy. There's no reason not to stand in solidarity with this child. We would do it for you. We would. And the thing about it, we don't charge people a dime to stand in solidarity with them. That's the beauty of it all. Never ask Nikayla Murray for anything. She'll tell you. Never ask Kelvin Franklin for anything. He'll tell you. Ever. This is what we do. We true to this. We are true to it. We don't care what color you are. We stand with you. We got Mother down there being represented by Ben Crump and Dennis Sweets and his son. When Dexter Wade's body was discovered in a pauper's grave, there was a mother down south who had been looking for her baby. And I think he was like 43, right? White mother. Her baby is just as important. You better know they're with her too. This ain't a matter of ambulance chasing. You know, people have you thinking, oh, they just trying to get some money. They're trying. That's a part of it, right? But that's not what they're wanting. That mother wants her baby. She said she had been looking for her boy for a year. Dexter Wade's mother, not only did she lose her son, she lost her brother. You know, and then they found out 215 bodies were buried in the same pauper's grave, blacks and whites. This is a humanity crisis. Humanity. I have a dream today. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. It's sad. I agree. I agree. I agree. That call should have been long. That should have been a long call. And you got that baby off that phone. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I wouldn't want that for nobody. I mean, nobody. But then you say, why are you standing up? You know, why is the LOC of Mississippi coming to Indianola to stand in solidarity with the NAACP president and the members of NAACP, members of Washington County? It should be so many people on the list who are standing because Indianola strong. It should be so many. I'm talking about blacks and whites standing, saying, yeah, I can show up at 3:30. I can't stay long, but I'll be there. That's all. That's it. Because truth be told, people are going to still shop where they want to shop anyway. We're just asking that on that day you shop black. Find somebody black to shop with. Find somebody. Somebody. Oh, wow. She says, saying, oh my God, but still ain't said I'm sorry. Nothing. To say that it was a mistake or you have remorse. And I don't doubt that he's hurting. I think he told Good Morning Mary, I think about it all the time. I think about it every day. I don't doubt it. But Aderrien has to live with it. You have changed the trajectory of this 11-year-old boy's life. And to think that they wanted to suppress that body cam footage until he turned 18 in the state of Mississippi. I couldn't believe they found a judge to agree with that. I couldn't believe they found a judge to agree with it. Didn't want us to see what we're seeing tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Still saying justice for my cousin, she said. 3:30? I mean, you can't give 10 minutes of your time. But Indianola strong when somebody white die. Indianola strong. We're going to make it our business. Get down there. And I'm talking about black people pour in just like the white people for Indianola strong. But then when we ask that you show up and, voice how you want justice, you want something to change about Indianola. Because the trajectory of this child's life has been changed forever. And again, this ain't about money. Because Aderrien won't see that money until he becomes of age. He won't. That's not what it's about, my people. That's not what it's about. Because just as sure as something happened to your baby, we'll be there with you too. It's called social norm. When you find people standing out, rallying, boycotting, and things like that, it's normal to do that. To do anything differently would be illegal and abnormal. That's not what we do. We don't do that. We stand up with these parents, with these children, with whites and blacks alike. We're just asking that you come out for 10 minutes. Can you do that? Can you do that? Nobody can. And another thing, nobody can ever say that when they have talked to me, that I have recorded them Whenever I record anybody, I say, hey, is it okay if we put this on the record? Because if it's off the record, that's what it is. You know, they'll never say, you go back and check from 2010 all the way up until tonight. You'll never see when Angie Simpson Buckner leaked any conversation, because it's a violation of your constitutional right, and it's unethical. And just because some people are out there and they're unethical in their efforts and the things that they do as it relates to people's privacy, you'll never hear that I've leaked anything, because I don't. First of all, you're not even that important where I have to record you. You're not. Mm-mm. I was trained by some of the best. We're talking about training. I was trained by some of the best in the business. Yep. And anyway, we're going to say thank you guys so much. We do have Nick Saban. He is retiring. For those who don't know, Bama. The new Bama is the Buffs. The Buffs, Colorado Buffs. That's the new Bama. You better mark my words. Listen what I say. There is a press conference going to be in Rankin County where they're asking to remove Lion Brian Bailey. He's the sheriff. He's the sheriff of the Goon Squad. Those guys right here on this screen. And it's time for them to be sentenced. And so the sentencing keeps changing. But we're going to stay right there. We're going to stay right there. Every time they change it, we'll be right there. We'll be there. Because it's not okay to shoot somebody in the mouth and you have a badge. It's not okay to shoot somebody in the mouth, tell the Department of Justice that you're guilty, and then serve 2 or 3 months. It's not okay. That's not okay. And Sheriff Bailey says he didn't even know that these guys acted this way. He said he didn't have a clue. But Jerry Mitchell has done a great job here in Mississippi Today, that online internet entity. They've done a great job at exposing a lot of stuff that Bailey has done, from text messages that he's gotten approval from certain people to go and look into people's business and break up people's marriages allegedly, and all of this kind of stuff. They're staying on them. It's not just black people staying on this. Black journalists. You got white journalists staying on it. Shout out to Jerry Mitchell. And again, if you like what we're doing, please drop us some Cash App, $MICTV. We would greatly appreciate that, because it takes gas to get to where we're going. You know, that could pay for a meal for our toddler, hardest working toddler in journalism. Anyway, I want to say thank you guys so much. Also, the Parade Against Violence has been canceled by Charles Motley, NAACP. And again, there will be a presser in Rankin County on Monday, January the 15th. Angela Buckner here, the voice behind the mic, Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And listen, I will be doing my show, Building Better Blackness. I've done a show, brought it back out. We used to take calls and everything. Might start back taking calls on Building Better Blackness. And I just don't know yet. I just don't know.
What you're doing right now, and download the G Wood Live app. It's absolutely free. There's no cost. I'll say it again. It's absolutely free. It's your way to stay connected and stay involved in the community. Download the G Wood Live app on your Apple or your Google Play. Stay connected, stay positive, stay involved. Download the G Wood Live app today.
Let's police the police as we police ourselves. Not all officers are bad. However, oftentimes than not, our loved ones don't seem to make it home. In the Black communities, many times we are left to wonder what happened to them. Did they end up in the hospital, jail, or morgue? We are left to constantly fight in the streets for justice. We will focus on better ways to get justice and how to restore our communities while discussing hot topics that matter to us the most. Let's focus on building a better community as we build better Blackness with Angela Buckner. The views and opinions expressed in this channel are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they may represent or affiliate with. Yeah, and so we'll be doing Building Better Blackness where we talk about solutions. Yeah, we won't continue to harp on what the problem is, but we're going to be asking that you drop your gripe in the comment section, and not just a gripe, but bring your solution to the table, because that's what we want to talk about. How to build a better Black community. And on that note, I want to say before I go, we are now approaching some bad weather. We know that in Bamberg, South Carolina, shout out to Representative Justin Bamberg, who's also an attorney. He's also on the cover of the Mike magazine with Attorney Carlos Moore and Attorney J. Wendell Gordon. They were hit in Bamberg County by tornadoes. All in Florida, they were hit. And we're asking that you pray much for Bamberg. But what are we going to do if something happens here? What if we have a blackout? Will we be prepared? I'm going to play this video right quick, and it's just something for you to think about.
Therefore, if a geomagnetic storm hits our planet, there is no doubt that social norms will suffer enormous turbulence. This incident is called dark sky hazard, and it will destroy all of our communication networks. You will not be able to contact family and friends who live further away. Your phone may be fully charged, but if there's no active network, it can basically just hold a paperweight. Hospitals may face the catastrophic effects of power outages. Therefore, intensive care units around the world will suffer huge losses. The fans will not work. Medical staff will have to use manual devices such as rubber lungs to maintain the lives of patients. People who need dialysis will not receive dialysis, and doctors will have to make difficult decisions about people's lives. Bank is closed, and you will not be able to use the cash in your account. Hope you left some cash in the piggy bank. But the stock of products in the store is limited. If there is no electronic cash register and payment system, things will get ugly quickly. The crowd may become restless and forcibly take away these needs if it means their families can survive. So, in the chaos of the street, can you drive into the forest? Well, unless your car has a full tank of gas, it won't go very far. The air pump will not work, the traffic lights do not work, and the road can turn into a demolition derby. But it's not just that your car is in danger. Thousands of people will be trapped underground in the subway. If it is flying, the airport will have 24 hours for the aircraft to land before the backup generator is turned off. The global transportation industry will be paralyzed, unable to deliver necessary supplies. And depending on where you live, you should worry about more than insufficient supply. The service was suddenly interrupted. The emergency services could not answer his call. The people trapped in the elevator could not call for help. If there is no oven for heating, people in cold areas will have to rely on burning wood or huddle together for heating. If there is no power supply, the water tower pump will not work. Many regions will suffer devastating water shortages. You must be careful to save water because the amount of water available for distribution in the tank is limited. Every glass of water will deplete our supply. If there were no garbage collectors, these rotten items would pile up on the streets. Since many of our services rely on electricity, geomagnetic storms will not make us bored without social media. It may make us feel sick, hungry, and hopeless. Although this event may be unthinkable to you, according to the World Bank, 1 billion people live without electricity. To make matters worse, hundreds of millions of people depend on expensive or unreliable electricity. To solve this problem, some experts are working hard to develop artificial intelligence that can predict power outages.
And I want you guys to check out my girl Angie Estes Kitchen. She has it's called TennesseeRepublic.org. TennesseeRepublic.org. And this here, Sovereign Tennessee, this is her show that she does. Just check her out. You can find this actual logo and everything if you go right now. And this is something we talk about behind the scenes on Facebook. These things are really important to us. Angie and Angie, one of us are white and the other one is black. And we are stuck together like glue. We have those tough discussions. We have hard discussions. And I truly appreciate her for her honesty and things like that. We have talked about Left Behind. We have a video out there. And I know I'm probably talking because she says so much good stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, Angie, what do you mean? But go check us out. We did do a video together, and you'll see us sitting there. She does homesteading. She explains what that is and how she does what it is that they do. I mean, it's just amazing. She talks about homeschooling and things of that magnitude. And we talk about a lot of the what ifs and how we should prepare. And on that note, guys, I am about to be out. Angela Buckner here, the voice behind the mic. Delta Sip, where we sip slow, talk what we know. And now, I gotta go.